Hey, hi, thank you for checking this training out. This is gonna be a super basic training about Facebook ads. And like I mentioned to the video in the video before, I just wanna get used to create trainings and things like that. So this is gonna be my first one. It's going to be very basic. I'm not going to cover anything when you install how install the pixel, how the pixel works. It's just going to be inside of these Facebook ads. And I appreciate if you give me your honest feedback, good and bad, and that will make me better once I start getting better doing trainings for the future for my future team members. So as you can see right now, I'm gonna try to explain from top to bottom. Um, you are inside of Facebook Ads Manager. This is the Ads Manager. Facebook has different type of sections. It has the Ads Manager or the Power Editor. You could create ads inside the Power Editor. That's more advanced. But the Ads Manager, in my opinion, is the easiest one to create ads. So we are going to use the Ads Manager in this training. And if you have more than one ad account, you will see it here. There is a drop down here. I don't want to click it because I don't want to show my other accounts that I have. But this is one of them. So that means that you have different pixels installed there. And then you choose your account to know which pixel which you would like to work for under. So I have this one. That's my marketing company, RG Digital Marketing. I do SEO, and this is the one that I'm going to use now. Facebook ads is divided in three sections. You have your ad, your campaign. This is the highest level. This is basically where you're gonna start. You select or choose which type of ad you want to create. So at the campaign level, then once you go to your ad set, you have the conversion. You pick which conversion you want to create your ad for. Any offer that you have. I don't use the offer at all. Never. I haven't used it. But it's up to you if you want to create an offer for any product that you have or service. You could use that offer. And it's very easy to follow. Now your audience, that's where you are going to target your audience. If you, let's say, and in the example that I'm doing today, creating, it's going to be about baseball moms and baseball. So basically, I'm targeting moms that like some baseball. I already did some kind of the searching because the research is the one that take the most time, and I don't want to keep you looking at my screen and me looking for targeting. But I'm going to explain you how I did it anyway. Placement means if you want to target mobile only, desktop, right column, desktop, Instagram, and so on, which I'm gonna cover that later. Budget, if you want to create the ad, how much money would you like to spend a day? So you want to spend $5, $2, 5, 10, 20, 100, 600, and so on. And then the final section of these three different sections inside of Facebook is the ad. That's where you have your pages, what pages you're gonna use, um, the the text. That's where everything goes there. And then you finalize your ad. So in this example, I'm going to use conversions, but if you want to send people to your offer, that means that traffic, this is the first one. I don't use brand awareness or reach at all. But you can read in the site right here what it's all about. I mainly, most of the time, I use traffic in the beginning just to send traffic if it's a new pixel. I use this one to test my product first. I use engagement, video views, and you could use this lead generation. But traffic means that Facebook, if you select this type of ad or audience, that means that Facebook is going to send you just people that like to click on stuff. You know, sending traffic to your offer or to your service. The second one, engagement, means that Facebook is going to show this type of ad to people that likes to hit the like button, tag other people, or just comment below, but they're not buyers. They're just people that like to engage in on ads. Now this, of course, app stalls is for applications. Most of the people that are going to watch this training, they're not gonna deal with this. I'm assuming that. Now video views. If you create a video about your service, about your product, you might want Facebook to show the video to other people that like to watch video. So the whole purpose with this objective is just to watch videos. There is no looking for buyers and things like that. I'm going to show you where the buyers are in a moment. Lead generation means that all you're trying to do is just collect a name or an email, as many as you can. That the only downside about that is you need a third application app, third party application to extract that leads from Facebook. If not, what I mean with this, those leads that you generate or collect, they're not gonna go straight to your autoresponder. That is the best choice, but you need also third party app to transfer that automatically. If not, you have to manually import each of the leads to your autoresponder. Now, in this section right here, conversion, that's where the buyers are. The conversion, you have different conversions. You have view content. Also, you have add to cart, add to wish list, and purchase. My best advice for you is to make sure you test. So basically, I'm telling you to spend money and find out what works for you. Um, when I do my test for my e-commerce store, I prefer to do engagement first, get some likes, and make the ad be more like social proof. But I'm not looking for buyers. I just want people to hit it, like, share, comment below, and things like that. But the buyers are right here. If you have a virgin pixel, like brand new pixel, it's better if you send people to view your content first, then add to cart, and once you have like 25, 50 add to cart, just change it to purchase. Some people do purchase straight away out of the first ad, and they get sales. But hey, that all depends of the targeting and the audience. Product catalog, that if you have a big store or you have a bunch of different products, you could just upload the product catalog here. But there is a step that you have to do before, in which that is more advanced, and I'm not gonna cover that. And it's right here. You should upload all your products first. Now, store visits is that's for my more the local mom and pop store. But for this example, I'm going to cover conversions. And now here below, you could create a split test. Most of the time, I don't use that, but it's up to you if you want to use it. So basically, keep in mind you are creating two ad sets, which means that whatever budget you pick for this ad is going to be double. So if you select $5, $10, that means it's gonna spend that twice each day for the same amount for on each ad, or will be divided. I'll take that back. It will be divided among your ad sets. That's why I don't use it. I prefer just to stick to $5 to $10, $20. Most of the time I use $20 for engagement, and then depending on results, I switch to conversions. But here, the reason I wrote down 001 is because you need to be organized with your ads. So basically, this is a new ad account. So this is gonna be my first campaign. Is gonna be 001. My second is gonna be 002, and so on. You have to be organized. And then here I select what the objective was. What did I want for conversion? I want um, website conversion and view content, and I'm going to show you what it is. View content, USA, from 24 to 45 years old, and moms. It's gonna be a T-shirt. So mom T-shirt. And my placement is going to be mobile and desktop right here. So I'm just trying to be organized. That's for later use, for later reference. Once you start creating ads, you need to know what are they, what were they about. If not, if you don't organize your ads, you're gonna be lost, and you will have more than 5, 10 ads, and you want to know, and then you're gonna start clicking back on each ad to find out what is what. So that's why it's better if you organize yourself. Then hit the continue, and now once you hit the continue, we are inside the ad set. And since I copy that in the previous menu, I just paste it there. If you want to add more details here, you could do that. Now on the conversion, remember I pick conversion. That's why it's giving me this menu. If you pick PPE engagement, it's gonna look a little bit different than this. But for this example, it's going to be conversion. Now here, once you get in here, it's gonna be a blank. Or you have to just click on it and make sure which of the conversion would you like to optimize your ad for. In this case, if you have a brand new pixel, you should, but that doesn't mean you have to. You have to mature your pixel with view content first, because you want people to view your stuff, your store, your service, your profile, or in your fan page, and so on first, and then initiate checkout, add to cart, and then purchase. But the main goal is to get enough data inside your pixel, and if it's an e-commerce store, of course, then you want Facebook to find buyers, and buyers, so that will be purchase will be the best option, and that's the goal. But for this sample, I'm going to keep it as a view content only. If you see like this is gray or is red, just like the other ones, don't worry about that. Means that your pixel haven't fired yet, so don't worry about it. Now here in the offer, like I mentioned before, it's up to you if you want to create an offer, but you could just find your page, create offer, and then just follow the steps. You can see here you can offer a discount per percentage, when the end, the starting time, end time, and so on. Um, I barely use this, to be honest, but it's very easy to follow. You don't need to know advanced stuff just to create something here. Let's continue. I'm gonna turn this off. Now the audience. This is the most important part of the entire ad. You could go like custom audience, which means that some audience were created before. Let's see if I have some here. See, I already have some custom audience created, and I'm going to cover that later as I continue to do this. But right now, I don't want to use it, but just to show you that you could use custom audience that you created before. But for this, if it's the first time that you are here, you are going to find your option in this one, everyone in this location. That means that everyone in the United States is going to see this ad. I don't like to select this option, because everyone in this location, maybe they're not living in the US. They're just visiting the US, and that's it. They're people that are in vacation in the US doesn't 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, they're not gonna buy something and ship it to the hotel. So I always switch this one from people who live in this location. That's the one I always like to use. Now here, you could use the state or any country that you want, and Facebook will find buyers um, that are related to your audience, which is below. But for this example, I'm just gonna leave just the United States. Um, like I mentioned before here, my target, I already knew I was gonna target 24 to 45. So I'm gonna change this from 21 to 24 to 49 to 45, only woman. And the reason why I'm picking just women is because this targeting is gonna be all about moms who got kids who also like baseball. In this example, I'm going to use moms that have kids and they like baseball. My audience size is gonna be around 119 90,000. I never go below 100, never go more than 2 million if you want to start testing. But for this one, it's highly targeted, and I like that number. I'm gonna stick to that. Now, how did I came up with this one? As you can see right here, these are on the behaviors and purchase behavior. These are engaged shoppers. The reason why I picked this one is because that means that are people that like to buy stuff online. And I want people because in this example, it's gonna be an e-commerce product. So how I did I find this? Facebook had different categories here. You could browse. Um, let's find the shoppers purchase behaviors, purchase behavior. That's how I found my engaged shoppers right here. You could search, you could go one by one depending on your niche, but I like to go by behaviors because that's more targeted than interest. Um, for example, if a person is engaged shopper interest, that means that they're interested on buying things, but that doesn't mean that they are buyers. Now with behaviors, they're telling Facebook that they like to buy stuff. That's why it's on. They fall on their behavior. So it's a behavior that they have. It's not an interest. There's two big different things. So depending on your niche or service, you should buy. You should look for this. And I think there was another one here, subscription services. You hear? All depends the type of service that you're providing and things like that. So just go and look. Feel free to just click all over here and find the right targeting. Remember, this is the most important part of your entire ad is your targeting. And remember, don't go below 100. Don't go above 2 million. Depending on what training you're looking online, everybody has a different opinion, and this is what works for me. And guess what? I'm gonna stick to it because it's working for me. So you should find your own sweet spot. Now, since you're looking at this, I'm telling Facebook that I want Facebook to find engaged shoppers and or moms with kids from 6 to 8 years old, 8 to 12, 13 to 18, 18 to 26, and also find moms that are assistant coach, baseball coach, American baseball coaches, and so on. That's why this is highly targeted because I'm telling Facebook I want moms who are doing something and are interested in baseball. Since my product is going to be about baseball, that's why I picked this target audience. Now, when you create your ad and you see this little box checked and checked like this, it's going to give you a super crazy number here. Just always, I never leave this. I always uncheck that, and you see how the number changed from 190 to 23 million. That's why I never leave that checked. Now, since this is what takes the most time, if you think you have a good audience, I highly suggest you just save this audience. You just make a name on it. Just baseball moms, and add as many details as possible, and then you save it. I'm not gonna save it, but you can save it. Now, automatic placement, if you leave it like this, of course Facebook wants you to leave it like this, but you shouldn't. This is what I do. I'm gonna show you. Just click edit placement, and what I do, I uncheck audience network. I'm going to show you all first. So you can see you have many options here. Audience network, all other website and things like that outside of Facebook. Instagram, we all know what Instagram is. I uncheck this one. Right column will be if you're using a desktop, it will be on the right side. All the ads that you see, those are the right column. I uncheck that. If I do, if I ended up testing this right column, I do an ad just for the right column. If I do another ad for Insta articles, I use an app for that. And the reason why, because I want to test, I want to know what it was working for me. But this example, I never go for internet articles. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, all unchecked, just the feeds. Now here, what is your goal? Do you want just to target people using cell phones, which 95% of the time, and Facebook will love to target these people because most of the people are mobile, and some people are just using desktop. Now, most of the time, I only create an ad for the mobile and I only create an ad for the desktop. So that means that you're going to split, but it's up to you. You have to find what works for you. But for this example, I'm going to leave just all devices, which means Facebook is going to target people using desktop and using mobile. And let's continue down. Let me get rid of that. Now the budget, specific mobile and devices. Now on this, I like to leave it just all mobile devices because the reason why is at this point, remember at this point you are trying, you're testing. You don't know what your audience is. So you don't know if they're coming from Android devices or iPhone or other type of phones. So that's why I like to leave it in my first ad and then just leave it like that and test. Then I change this, but that's more advanced. That's when you start analyzing your ad, the results and things like that. That what is working for you. That's when you change all this, and the same you change all the information um, for the ages and things and so on. So for what's working for just for this example, I'm gonna leave all mobile devices. Now the do not check on this one. That means that you're only gonna show this when people are connected to a Wi-Fi. Don't do that. Now daily budget for PPE, like I mentioned before, for PPE I like to test $20, and I'm gonna show you how I do the PPE with $20, and then I'm gonna show you different ways. So now let's think about I'm doing a PPE. I go lifetime budget. I go 20. Let's keep the example the same way it is. This is conversion, so it's telling you that it has to be 31 because you edit you have set enable. Okay, let's try this. Let's change this date to 20. Now it's letting me because before it was 30 days ahead. So that's why Facebook wanted me to change it to 31. But if you leave it just 24 hours, and that's how I test my ads with the PPE, I always use one day. Now you can use you could pick your own time if you wanna what time you wanna start. Usually you should start your ads at 12 a.m. You don't have to be that specific, but you get the point. You have to start. If not, if you start doing it like half a day, Facebook will spend the money during the day evenly. So that's why you want to start from always 12 a.m. So if you do the ad here in Washington, it's 5:37. I should start the ad at 12 a.m. the next day. So tomorrow at 12, and then change this to the 30. Now, most of the time, you are going to just do daily budget. So just do daily budget, 10, 20, $20. Always remember, start at midnight and after, not too late during the day. For one day, or if you want to run the ad for a few days to test, I highly suggest you test at least 5 days. So just leave it in for a month, but always remember to come back and turn off if it's not working for you. Now, if you one of those people that always forgetting stuff, just how many days would you like to go, and just put it here, and Facebook will end the ad for you. I don't recommend that because if you're not checking your ads and you have a winner, the optimization will be done, and then you won't have any more purchases. So I highly suggest just keep an eye on your ads every day in the morning, check them, see what's working, see what's not working. Now on this one, I always leave it in conversions. You could optimize for like link clicks, impressions, daily unique reach. I like to go with conversions. Now here, 7 days. There are many versions online about this, and at least for e-commerce, I like to use if you're selling a service, 7 days click. That means that your ad needs to be shown to people, so they could purchase or get some type of engagement, kind of close a deal. You need 7 days to get it done. For e-commerce, I prefer to use one day, but most people in most of the training they will go for 7 days. I mean, basically, you want how far you need, how many days you need for 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 this ad to convert. Basically, that's why you're saying base Facebook. You need 7 days. Now on bid amount, if you are testing like at this point for me, just make sure you leave it on automatic. Now, when you have a winner and things like that, you should go manual bidding, but this is like way advanced. To be honest with you, start manual bidding. It should be like triple this amount that is right here, but that's way too advanced. At least for this training, it's gonna be just the automatic. Leave it on automatic and keep going to the next page. Hit the continue, and remember, always put something here. That way you could refer back to and know what the ad is about. So I'm just gonna paste it there. Now here, you could create an ad from scratch, or you could use an existing post. That means from previous designs that I have. For this example, I'm gonna show you both. I'm not gonna write the entire ad. I'm just going to show you the basics. Right here, you connect to a fan page. Um, this is my general store, all in one place with us. As you can see, I had different pages right here. Mm, I wanted to show you 16 posts that I have, but carousel, that means that you are going to use different, um, as you can see right here, different pictures to learn more, or chop, depending on the call to action that you give. Let's say I'm gonna change this to chop now, so you could see it. Chop now. So if you have a store, it's gonna say this is gonna be the product, and then shop now. So you could upload more than one product here, and Facebook will show different products to your audience. If you have a single image, I highly suggest you come up with these recommendations right here, 1200 by 628 pixels, so you could fit the image right here. I'm gonna try to upload one. If you have a video, you could upload your video here, or you could tell Facebook to create one video for you. So let's try to create a video. Let me show you the image first. Let's upload images. You can use free stock. Let's look for free stock. Moms. It's kind of slow because I'm recording, but you can use these pictures right here. If you see one of them that says Shutterstock, and like this one, Shutterstock, don't worry, they're free. You can use them for Facebook. Let's see if I can find something about baseball. I'm gonna use that one. As you can see, the picture is right here, um, for the ad. Now here, this is where you put where your people wants to go. You should add your website here. That's a URL for the product, and it's gonna show around here at the bottom, so you can see. Here, if you just want to create this ad, and send people the ad straight to their messenger. I never use this, but you could do that. I highly suggest you just create a different ad for this one instead of If it's a winner, I use the text, the messenger. But for now, I prefer to use just any website here. Let me see. That's my general store. I'm gonna stick to that one, and it matches my page. So if you have a page, if you're creating an ad, make sure your fan page matches your niche. For this example, this is my general store, so I could just target any product because it's a general store. But if you have a page, don't worry. All you have to do is create new fan. Right here, create new Facebook page, and you could create one fan page or store or anything right on the spot right here. You can even upload the picture and description and everything. Everything could be set up from here. Now then you have to go back to that page and make sure you optimize it. Now continue to the next option will be a slideshow. You can upload up to 10 different images and Facebook is going to show all of them. Let me upload a few. The slideshow, let me add some photos. Let me find something on my desktop or previous one. This is cool because you don't have to create a video. All you have to do is just upload a few images here and Facebook will create a video for you. So let's just upload 10 different ones here quick. Bam, bam. 3, 4, 5. Let's just do 5. Always I leave it on original, and then image duration I like to leave it at just like 2 or 3 seconds because I want Facebook to start changing images after 2 seconds. So you can see it's changing. Now it's going to change. It's going to change again. It's going to change again. It's going to go back to the first one. See? So now you create the slideshow, and now Facebook is creating that slideshow for you. Now on collection, I really don't use that one. That is something new, but I'm not gonna cover that because I haven't dealt with this. To be honest, maybe that's just came up, and I haven't used that. Most of the time, I stick to just single image if it's a T-shirt or a slideshow. And if it's a video that you create about your product, homemade, how to unbox something, and or you want to show people how to use it, a single video will be nice. Now the video was ready to go. You could test it. So I'm gonna start changing, see how the ad looks. Now the header is this piece right here at the bottom. See what it says? Free vintage letter star. So just write something there. That makes people the way I like to use this part right here is I like to make people click on the learn more or click or make them click on the chop now. That's the whole point for me. That's the strategy I use. Now the psychological part of making people buy stuff is on this one. Um, Here, try to make people click, share, comment, and engage with you. So at this point, this is where you should say, "Hey, are you just to keep this matching my comment with this picture? Are you do you love cows? Are you a cow mom or so on? Let's pretend this is the product. So this is your chance to capture their attention, make them click, make them buy, and make them see this product. This one it's gonna go below the other part. I'm gonna show you now because every time you add something here is gonna be added at the below this one below. Remember the first one, the headline. I use this one to just to say this is free shipping worldwide. You could add things like emojis and things like that. Click here, and as you can see, let me see if I made it too far. Yeah, click. Yeah, free shipping. You could add the some kind of a mini call to action, psychological stuff to make them click next to the shop. Now you'll see it. Now you see, I like to do that and it works. See, and display link. I like to display the website that I'm promoting all in one place with us.com. That's my general store website. It's gonna show here, right here below. So remember all these three little pieces, one, two, and the one on top, one, two, three are gonna go below. The text is the one that you need pay the most attention to because that's the first thing that people see. That's the one on top. Now here, this is more advanced. If you want to track URLs and things like that, it's more advanced. But just to test and see if the product you have a good product or service or promote your brand, you don't need that for now. Now this one, make sure you have a pixel ID and then confirm, and that should do it. That's when you finalize your ad. If you don't have any mistakes, Facebook will go ahead and approve your ad or disapprove. If you have any mistakes, you'll see them right here or right here on top, and that should be good to go. Once you hit confirm, you're gonna place an ad and then wait. It could take almost like 24 hours to get approved, but usually it's instantly. Now let me use the 16 post. That means that you already created a post on your fan page. In this example, this is gonna be my page. I'm gonna pick a better page. I did a good design the other day in one of my pages right here. I think it was the grandma and my daughter. I did this pendants in Photoshop the other day. I did this t-shirt. So is this you? So I already remember I already created this post. It's a dark post. It's a dark post means that I created this post, but it's not gonna be shown on my page. It's just hidden. But people that like my page and people that I target right here are going to see this. So this is a t-shirt that I created the other day. But right here, the best thing about this is like everything was created, and all you have to do is just find your post, 16 posts, select the page. If you don't have a page, remember you could create one page here, select the post out of all the posts that you have here. I'm gonna change just to show you a different post in the same page. This is a pendant that I did. As you can see, I have a nice message. Everything's right there. And remember, I already did this post, and this is the link. I was promoting this in Gear Bubble. It took them straight to that page. And then you hit the confirm, and you're done. Now I'm going to show you how you create a dark post. Remember at this point, the ad is done. You created the post, and you're done. But now, how you create a dark post? Remember, dark posts are posts that are for this page, but are not in the showing in the page. They're just gonna be like hidden. They're not gonna see it in the feed. The how you do that is you go to your tab right here on the left corner, click on it, page post. I'm gonna leave the page because I did not confirm this ad. It just to show you I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna run that ad. Leave this page. Leave this page. Now to create a dark post, you should already have your fan page created. Now here you're going to look for that page. You create a post, photo, you upload the picture. I think we use that one. You write something here. Remember this is how you create a post. And then when you create a post, that will create a post and it's going to give you this ID number. Now you copy this ID number. Now you created a post. So remember that when you created the ad, you should go back to your ad manager. This is when you create the ad. Remember, all these steps were already done for the training. I'm going to edit the old. Continue. I'm gonna try to find this post. Don't remember the page, but that's how you create the post. When you create the dark post, you come here, use an existing post, you find the page, you find the post, and that should be good to go. But at least now you know how to create a dark post. And just going to cover that until not for now. In a later video, I'm going to show you how to create your custom audience. So I'll get back to you in a minute in the next video.